That was songs. Hey guys, it's Sophia, and today I am going to be reviewing Lord of Shadows. This book. Oh my god. So, if you have not read it, Lord of Shadows is the second book in the Dark Artifices series by Cassandra Clare. The first book was Lady Midnight, and it was amazing. This is one of my favorite Cassandra Clare books. If you watched the other videos, I had said that I had held off on reading this book because after I finished Lady Midnight, my friend was like, Lord of Shadows is going to destroy you. So, self-preservation, I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold off on reading this one. Well, I finally got to it. I read Lord of Shadows, and let me tell you, she was right. It destroyed me. Oh my god, the feels, the pain, But it was amazing. It was so good. And I loved it, and you need to read it, and oh my gosh! I've been reading this on my Kindle, and I just saw that there's an exclusive deleted scene because I bought this book during the summer, and there's an exclusive deleted scene, and I haven't read it yet. Oh my god! Oh my god, yes! Okay, I'm going to read it as soon as I finish this because I can't talk about the exclusive deleted scene in this. I can only talk about the book. I am reading this as soon as this video is done. Yes. So, on other news, I mean, we're still talking about Lord of Shadows, but whatever. This book was amazing. You need to read it. It's the second, like I said, in the Dark Artifice series. It's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing. Go read the book! Yeah! Okay, that was all for the non-spoilery section. Go read the book. Go read the book and come back and we will discuss the book. Okay, bye! Okay, for those spoiler people, oh my god, the end! The end! Oh my god! I finished this in a push. We had a sub today, and Livy! Annabeth, and she stabbed Livy in the heart, and the bell tolled, and it said that when the bell tolled, heaven was open, and so we knew that Livy was dead because of freaking Annabeth, and then Emma tries to like stab her, and Annabeth disappears, and this black smoke that with the gold broken crown that we know is the Unseelie King's crown shining through it, and I'm like, oh my god, and when my friend told me that this was going to destroy me, I was like, okay, she must have been over-exaggerating as I got to the end. I was like, this isn't too bad. Emma and Julian aren't being forcefully separated. Yeah, they're being separated, but they get to choose whether Emma's being exiled to, which I'll get back to that later. But I was like, okay, this isn't so bad. And then Livy gets stabbed in the heart, and she dies, and Annabeth, why? Wait, shoot, Annabelle. And Annabelle stabs her in the freaking heart, and I want to scream. I am screaming. My voice is going to be dead by tomorrow. Oh well. I am dying. This is freaking, and Julian and oh my god. So I tried. Okay, so dying. Absolutely dying. So I have all of my notes on my Kindle for this book. So I'm gonna put the hardcover away because my wrist is like acting up again and it's painful to do anything with it. Ow. So yeah, I can't bend it anymore. Kinda hurts. Cool. So first, if any of you have read Sarah J. Maas's series, Throne of Glass, you will know what I'm talking about when I say on the chapter 2 page, tell me the page, never mind. If you're on Kindle, it's location 293. Where is it? Oh, okay, it's the first page of chapter 2. What's wrong with me? The wood of Rowan trees was protected. And I know this is a type of 3. A type of 3. Oh my god, what is wrong with my voice? A type of tree. But my mind immediately went to Rowan. So let's start off with, well, not start off. We start off with Livy freaking dying. Oh, okay. not Game of Thrones. This is not Game of Thrones. You don't just get to kill off your characters. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for Game of Thrones. Oh, okay, and then let's talk mundane medical treatment. So apparently, the Shadow Hunters are not allowed to learn about like the stuff of other, like the Downworlders and the fairies and stuff, and they aren't allowed to be involved with mundane medicine, like at all, and the Clave will like come after them if they are. Like, what is with that? Like, they're all still human. Like, I mean, like, why? So that's that. Why would they not be able to seek mundane treatment? Like, what is wrong with mundane medicine? Are they the Nephilia too high for mundane medicine? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Like, what if what Arthur's experienced, I get that the fairies shattered his mind, but like, what if that could be solved by like some mundane medicine? Like, I don't know. And he was not able to get that, and Diane, let's talk about Diane. Diane is transgender, which makes so much sense when she refused to be like the head, because then she had to go to the mortal sword. She had to like put her hand on the mortal sword and say her like first name. And so that makes complete sense. Because like throughout the book I was like, why won't you become head of the institute and save all of them? But if she does, she's gonna get like punished for using mundane treatment, and it seems being transgender in the first place because she had to like change her name and everything, right? I'm not sure, but yeah, it makes so much sense. But at the same time, I'm like screaming at the Clave because she would be the and then Gwen, is that how you pronounce his name? Gwen? The person of the Wild Hunt, you know, like the leader person, and he and Diane are dating. But like, what I don't understand is like, Diane has known him for like she's gone out on like, what, is it 2 dates now? She's gone on 2 dates with him. You have the cold piece. You're not allowed to interact with fairies, let alone date them. And she doesn't tell Julian, who she's known for like 5 years. She doesn't tell him, even though she knows he's mature because he's like running the entire institute. But she tells Gwen after like 2 dates, like, why? Like, how does she know that he won't tell anyone? How does she trust him that quickly? Why doesn't she trust Julian and the Blackthorns? I'm so confused. And then, oh, okay, speaking of people dating and ships, let's talk about the ships. Okay, let's start off with Mark, Kieran, and Christina. Mark, and Kieran, and then Diego. And I, like half of the book, I shipped Mark with Christina, and then we had Kieran come in that dance with Christina after he saw Mark and Christina dating and like realized there was like, there wasn't just that connection that he thought there was more to it. But then he wasn't mad, which kind of confused me because I figured he'd be mad, and instead he asked formally for Christina to dance with him, and then they're like, it says they're like lightning, and then now I'm like shipping Kieran with Diana, with Christine. I'm shipping Kieran with Christine, and just so I shipped Christine with Mark, I shipped Christine with Kieran, I shipped for the part on which Jamie told Christina that since their thing with the fairies, Diego, he is pretending, question mark, to be engaged with Zara. Oh my god, Zara. Okay. He is pretending to be engaged with Zara so she can become a Rosales, so she can access this like fairy thing, right? That gives like a ton of power. So that's why they were engaged, and like Diego was not cheating on her. But then that brings me to the point about like, what about when she ran away in the first place, when Diego said that he was trying to do something with Jamie because he was drunk and saying how they should be the leading ones of the Mexico City Institute. Was that the one that was? I think it was the Mexico City one. And so I'm confused. So I kind of shipped Diego with Christina at that point, but I was like, wait, are they still, is that like a whole big lie or what? Yeah. And then, so let's go. I ship Christina. It's like not even a love triangle anymore. It's like an octagon. Like, okay, usually I hate love triangles, but this, I don't know who to ship anymore! Cause like, Kieran was with Diego, not with Diego, oh my god. Kieran was with Mark and Kieran, they did the Unseelie King. They like summoned him, but not so. Like, Kieran threw that acorn. He was trying to get his brothers protect him, but he got his father's, and his father like gave him back his memories. Like, how is that possible through a projection, first of all? And then why didn't they destroy it sooner? And then we had that whole thing where he was like, I'm not gonna trust humans anymore. And then they went to the like chamber thingy, and Mark apologized, and Kieran, I think, accepted the apology for the line, but then he was like, I'm done with you. But it was kind of confusing because then the writers attacked, and I'm just like, what? Just what? Why? Because Kieran and Mark may not be a thing. Apparently now Christina and Diego is a thing based on the latest book. Like, that's not gonna happen. And then Livy, and I shipped Livy and Kit so hard, and now Livy is dead, and I am Livy's dead, and that will never work out, and I don't know if Ty will pair up Ty with Kit anymore, and what will happen with them, and then Emma and Julian, and they're a parabatai, and they have the parabatai curse, but they're in love, and so now they're growing in like power, and it'll like destroy their minds, make them insane, and then make them destroy their entire family. And like, what? Why must you torture us so? Oh my god, Cassie, why? And then we have Malcolm come back from the dead, and we have, why? He comes back from the dead, and then Annabelle kills him again, and then Zara pretends that she is like the one who killed Malcolm, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? And just so I don't know what to do for this. Like, Zara, and we have the mortal sword, but now the mortal sword is broken. Like, not only does Cortana kill the riders, like, she stabs him in the back, and they're like supposed to never die, and they've lived for like millions of years, and Emma kills them with Cortana. Like, what is special about Cortana? Why hasn't it done something to one of her ancestors? Like, please explain. Is it something about Emma that's special? Like, Emma in particular? Like, what about why? So we have Cortana, and Cortana destroys the mortal sword, and this black fluid comes out of it, and I'm like, why is that fluid black? Because that reminds me of Demon Ochre, and from the City of Bones series. And like, when Valentine turned the mortal sword into one that could summon demons, was that when it happened? Because why would it be black? Because that doesn't make sense. And then Annabeth used it not only to kill the Inquisitor, Alex's dad, I think his name's Robert, I'm blanking right now, but he uses it to kill Robert, and so now nobody's gonna trust Annabeth's thing, and Zara is going to be allowed to keep saying that she killed Malcolm, and because there will be no more mortal sword to test that they're telling the truth, and Alex's father dies, And then Magnus, what happens to Magnus? Like, he just like passes out, and one of the main reasons this happens is because Annabeth didn't have Magnus to explain it. She was like freaking out, and then also she may be in league with the Unseelie Queen because of that disappearing in smoke and stuff. And then, but before Magnus fell on the floor and wasn't able to be woken, and then Alex said that he was having difficulty with his power, and it was all the Warlocks, and that Tessa from the Inferno Devices series was also having trouble with their powers, and just like, what? And I'm just like crying and dying, and I'm not actually crying, but I'm also really, really dying. And like, is Annabeth now doing something with the Warlocks, or is it Unseelie Queen, since he's having the Shadow Hunters, like, their power? It's not working. Their like swords won't light up, or somehow like Cortana still always works, even though it's like kills the the riders, and it destroys the mortal sword, and it like, what is special about Cortana? Like, I get it was made by one of the first people, like the Michael Whalen, and so I don't know what's so special about Cortana. And then, so we have that part where Julian and Emma and Christina rush after Mark because we find out that Kieran is going to be killed for killing Erath. So he kills Erath, and so he's sentenced to death, and so Mark goes to save him, even though he was the reason that Emma and Julian were whipped. And they get to the Unseelie King. They're on the journey in Barry. Oh my god. And they find out that none of their weapons work, and none of their steelies work, and basically they only have Cortana. And so they go through, and we have that whole thing with like that fairy disguise herself as Emma to Julian, and we have Julian start kissing the fairy, which he thinks is Emma, and we have Emma see Julian kissing the fairy, and so Emma believes that Julian doesn't love her anymore, which is like, yes, but also no, and I'm just like, I know I want Emma and Julian together, but I don't want them to destroy their family, and there's like no way out of the Parapatai curse, except, oh my god, I almost forgot. During the end, they have Emma going, the guy Manuel says to Emma, why don't you join the schoolmans? And she's like, no, you're not allowed to have a Parapatai. But I'm like, wait, what if that's the solution? Like, you're not allowed to have a Parapatai, so does that mean that you're not allowed to have one? They break the bond? Because if you have the bond, you still have one. So could that be a solution? And why haven't we thought about it before? If it is, I mean, because I don't want them exiled. Like, they're exiled, but I want Julian and Emma to be together. And then we had the whole thing with Drew and Fairy and the Jamie. What happened? Like, Drew is helping Jamie. I don't know, Drew, I love her, but she kind of like bugs me because she was like told how Julian has like sacrificed everything for this family, like how he's running the institute and he's cared for them since he was like 12. And she's like complaining about babysitting Tabby, and I'm like, wait, what? So we have that, and we have Drew, and Jamie leaves his duffel bag. Like, why would Jamie leave his duffel bag? And so Drew realizes it, and he touches this, like, color. Is it colorful? I think it was colorful. And she just transported into Fairy, and she sees this little boy. And I'm like, who is this little boy? Like, I remember a friend telling me that she's watched on Poland Banana Books channel that Christine thought that the little boy was the son of Sebastian Morgenstern and the Fairy Queen, and maybe those timelines would match up because time moves differently in Fairy. But why would Jamie be connected to that if it was Sebastian Morgenstern's son? And if it is, will that come up in the next book, or will it have its own book? And I just don't understand why Jamie would have a portal to fairy. And then, wait, oh my god, is that the thing? It just occurred to me right now that that might be the thing that Diego is marrying Zara for, and Jamie had run off with it. So is that what he ran off with? A portal to fairy that you could just come in and out whenever you please? That makes sense. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. So that's that. Oh my god, and we completely off track. The queen of the fairy and the Sealy, she tells Julian that the curse can be broken if you break the bonds of all parapetae that have ever existed. And Julian would do anything for the people he loves. And since Livy has died, I'm afraid that he just might decide, I'm going to break that bond so Emma and I can be together. And then he's going to be, by doing that, he's kind of like Malcolm. And then will Emma not want to be with him like Annabelle didn't want to be with Malcolm, because he's just destroyed the lives of thousands and thousands of Shadowhunters. Like, and then what if history repeats itself and Emma decides to kill Julian for what he's done, or brings him to the claim, or something? Just sadness. So this was wildly out of order. Just all the feels, all the pain, and